Becoming wealthy begins with having the right mindset. Some have the poor mentality that becoming rich is beyond their reach. The rich have entirely different beliefs regarding money that separates them from those who never succeed with their finances. Why is it that the rich seem to grow richer over time while the poor remain poor or even become poorer? Why do the rich build wealth continuously over time while the poor never experience an increase in net worth? When and if they do receive a sizable amount of money, such as a tax refund, it's immediately spent on a new TV or a vacation. Assuming basic needs are accounted for, wealthy and poor people think about money in entirely different ways. Let's find out why the rich seem to always get richer and why the poor and middle class never escape mediocrity. My name is Chris, and I help teach people about money, personal finance, and investing. If you're interested in improving your financial future, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if this video is helpful. The rich learn about money. Poor people remain so because they don't have the desire to learn about money and how they can use it to improve their lives. They're often intimidated by finances, afraid to fail. But nearly everyone has access to financial literacy reading material, the internet, and YouTube, but some people don't bother to use it to their advantage. A common phrase of a poor person is, "I don't care about money." Well, money plays a big part in our lives whether or not they realize it. Where you live, what you do during your day, what you drive, what you do for fun, where you vacation, what you eat, and a large part of your health is determined by money. Just take a minute and think what your life would look like if you had an unlimited amount of money. People spend way more time thinking about money than they realize, so learning how it can be used to improve your life is important. They use debt to their advantage. Most people think of debt as a bad thing that costs you money every month, and debt is often misused. It's an easy way to make impulse purchases on things that you can't really afford. A new car would be nice, and all you have to do is sign on the dotted line and drive it away today. It should go without saying that if you don't at least have the ability to pay cash for an item, it's beyond your reach. Poor people see credit as a way to instantly get what they want without having to earn the money to buy it first. They think debt always costs them money. Rich people, on the other hand, use debt to their advantage, usually in the form of purchasing income-producing assets, something that will make them money. They might use a mortgage to buy a rental property that will generate income over a long period of time. Or instead of using cash to buy a new car, they use a low-interest loan so the money can be used to grow a business, invest, or create a new income stream. Rich people are smart with debt and only use it to purchase items that they can truly afford or that will earn them money. They make investing a priority. Poor people stay poor because they don't take the steps necessary to build wealth. Poor people make excuses and claim that they can't become successful due to a variety of reasons. Everyone has the ability to get rich. Often those that say they can't are likely afraid to fail or don't want to set forth the effort that's required. Rich people make sacrifices and make investing a priority before spending. If they want to make a purchase, such as a new car, they'll find a way to generate income passively that will pay for the car before buying it. Put another way, they will buy or create income-producing assets that will pay for the item instead of being forced to work harder. This increase in income could be in the form of stocks, real estate, or just higher income from a business. It takes a little longer to be able to make purchases this way, but having these expenses paid for with passive income is worth it in the long run. Poor people buy the car and then work harder to make the payments. In 5 or 10 years, they're no better off than they were before. The rich focus on long-term profits. Poor people often don't want to be bothered to invest. It could be months or years before a return on the money is realized, and that's just too long for them. They won't need money down the road, right? They have short-term thinking and would rather spend their money and enjoy it today. Rich people plan for the long term and know that the likelihood of living to see a satisfactory return on their investments is extremely high. No one wants to wait years to spend money, but the fact that profitable investments have exponential returns is what's important. By delaying the purchase of a $40,000 car and investing that money, later on those funds will have turned into a much larger sum, allowing the purchase of a $400,000 car if desired. Like with anything in life, balance is critical. You want to have some money to spend today, but you also want to put money away for the future and allow it to grow. Having a long-term vision allows the rich to generate profits for many years, while the poor couldn't care less about decades in the future. They create multiple income sources. Poor people most likely only have one income source and are unaware that in order to succeed, they should focus on creating multiple sources. They likely only make active income from their job and nowhere else. If they need to take a sick day or decide to go on vacation, the money stops coming in entirely. School always taught you to get a good job that will pay the bills, but they never suggested creating multiple streams that will pay you in many ways. Most rich people have multiple income sources, and money comes in various ways whether they're actively working or taking a few weeks off. Even if one income source decreases, it doesn't faze them because they know at some point in time the likelihood of this occurring is high. How do they earn money in ways other than from their job? These additional income sources could include income from a secondary business that they run, royalties from a book, music, or a podcast, rental income from real estate, interest from a bank account, or stock dividends. The rich search for opportunities. Rich people are always on the lookout for another way to make more money, and they know that an opportunity could arise at any time, so they're always prepared to jump. When there's a stock market crash, the rich recognize the opportunity and usually make huge profits by purchasing stocks at a deep discount. They're prepared for these instances by having capital ready to deploy. This is quite the opposite of the poor middle class. Middle-class people get scared away from opportunities such as this and even sell their stocks to the rich at an extremely low price, assuming they even own stock. Often, people over-leverage their homes by borrowing the maximum amount that they can. Then when there's an interruption in their single income source, they're forced to give it back to the bank, who will ultimately sell it to a rich investor seeking opportunity. These are clear examples of direct transfers of wealth from the poor to the rich that are a result of financial inadequacy. The rich know an opportunity when they see one and are ready to seize it. They're committed to success. The poor and middle class are content where they are, at least to the point that they're not willing to do whatever it takes to improve their situation. They're wasting time watching TV and spending countless hours on social media, while the rich are working extra hours, learning and improving. Sure, they'd love to be rich too. It looks amazing from the outside looking in, but when they realize how much time and effort is involved to succeed, they decide it's not worth it. Rich people are committed to succeeding and they'll do nearly whatever it takes. Even if they fail, they'll keep trying because they know that anyone who has achieved massive success has likely failed multiple times. Rich people know the value of money and how it can improve lives, which is why they try so hard to attain it. Being poor is hard and becoming rich is hard too, so take your pick. Which would you rather be? You could struggle paying bills, living paycheck to paycheck, hoping you don't get kicked out of your home. Or you could worry about things that the rich worry about, like if their investment will multiply by 100 so they can reach a new level of financial security. Remember the things that rich people do so you too can achieve success. Following in their footsteps will ensure you get richer over time while others continue on their current trajectory of growing poor.